Hi everyone, for what is likely our last time together. I may put up another announcement at the end, but I doubt it since it's summertime and every time I do one of these announcements I have to put makeup and sort of do my hair or whatever. So I'm probably not going to do that. I want to, relax for the rest of my summer. So congratulations for making it to week 5. I'm so proud of you guys. You've done a lot of hard work and I look forward to hearing what you have to say about how the course went once it's over. But before then, we've got a couple more tasks to do. Primarily you have your persuasive speech, which is your last major, biggest assignment that you have, and turning in the informative self and peer critique. I do want to encourage you to do the informative self and peer critique first, because I think that's really going to help you to close in on what you want to improve upon for the last speech, and also it'll give you a chance to look at someone else's speech so you can sort of compare where you are and what you want to work on and see things from an outside perspective. And one thing I just want to tell you is, as you're looking at these informative speeches and you're viewing your classmates, almost everyone, not everybody, but almost everyone has said, I'm just so terribly nervous when I give this speech. But I think what you'll see are a lot of individuals who don't look nervous at all. And I hope that that is some consolation to you, that sometimes what's going on the inside isn't necessarily what's being projected. Or maybe you can tell that someone's nervous, but you as an outside person looking at that says, man, I really feel for that person and I think they're doing their best. And you have really positive and hopeful thoughts for them instead of critical or judgmental thoughts. So I hope you have that, and I hope that helps you to realize that most people do as well, that most people are looking at you and really thinking, wow, maybe they're nervous, or wow, they look really great, but either way, I'm so proud of them, and look at what they're doing, look at what they've accomplished, and that's what you should be saying to yourself too. So one thing I want to mention about the persuasive speech, I have had a couple of people send their outlines to me in advance, both from this class and from the other classes that I'm teaching. And one thing that I continue to see in every single outline that people send me is no persuasive organizational format. You have to put your information in a persuasive organizational format. If you're hearing this and you are thinking to yourself, I am not 100% sure what an organizational format is, you need to listen, you need to look at what I'm going to show you, you need to read your textbook, you need to Google it. You need to figure this out, because I will have you rewrite your speech or you'll be docked significantly for not having an actual persuasive speech. So a persuasive speech differs from an informative speech in that you can't just helter-skelter throw information into the outline and let me just tell you this, this, and this, and there we're done. It is very different from an informative speech. All of your speeches have been different from each other. They're not the same thing with one tiny difference. It's been building. They've been building on each other. And so now this is the new and different thing. So you need to make sure that you've gone to this page, writing your persuasive speech, that you're using the outline template, that you're looking at how to do this. I'm still catching people who are not putting the correct general purpose in. It's basically done for you. Just copy and paste these words in to persuade. That's it. General. Don't do anything else. It's like the easiest 5 points I can give you, and yet it seems to be the one that like 30% of people miss. So make sure that you are, in fact, just writing what's in the example. Just follow the example. So you're writing your introduction. Remember, qualifications, credibility, that's the same thing. How do you know about this topic? How are you informed? Why should we listen to you? Why are you an authority on this topic? Okay? Now, when we get to this preview, you need to pay attention to the organizational body patterns, because your preview will need to show that you're going to do which organizational pattern you've picked. What this means, what an organizational body pattern means, is that your first body point is the problem. What's wrong with it? Who does it affect? Why does this need to be addressed? You might have a definition, you might have some background or a history of the problem, but the whole point needs to be what the problem is. What is the issue? Why is this a big deal? Okay? So if you just say, let me give you some history to the issue, that's not a problem point. That's a history point. That's informative. It's not persuasive. You need to frame it as, here are all the problems with this issue. Then your second body point needs to lay out a solution, how to fix the problem that you just established. What do you think? What do scholars say? What do other people think that needs to be done? How is this problem, how is this problem best going to be resolved, in your opinion? And then your third body point would be the benefits to your solution. Why is this going to be the best solution? Who is this going to help? How is it going to help them? Where is it going to help them? What are we going to see different once the problem gets fixed, it's going to be great for all of us. Then we're persuaded because we see, oh my gosh, there's an issue. Here's how to fix it. And wow, this is really going to benefit me a lot. More so than let me tell you the history, let me tell you a definition, let me tell you why that's a problem. Then you only had one tiny point at the bottom that was possibly persuasive. All right, so you need to make sure that you're organizing it in this way. You've got another one, which is all the problems for the first point, all the solutions for the second point, and then action you want your audience to take. You know, do they need to go do something to actually make the solution happen? Okay, maybe cause-effect action. What are some causes of the problem? What are some effects from the problem? And then your third point, what action do you want us to take? Because this is essentially a big problem solution. Causes of the problem, effects of the problem, and then solution, the action you want your audience to take. Your book also has, on page 358 to 359, 2 other options. But listen, if it is not in one of these, I do not want it. I want you to redo it. And I really don't want you to redo it. I want you to just write it correctly the first time. I think that'll be easier for everybody. So I'm really trying to motivate you to listen and pay attention here because this is so important. And if you don't get this, you need to ask me. You need to come and ask me and say, I don't know how to organize my information. This is my topic. Maybe here are some thoughts that I have, but I need a little help corralling them. Don't write your whole speech and then ask for help. Ask for help before you start writing, because if you don't know, you're going to spend a ton of time writing and then a ton of time rewriting. And then for some people, rewriting and then rewriting a 4th or 5th time. So ask for help if you don't understand. Just ask for help in advance, and I can help you figure out how you want to organize it. So that's my big motivational speech for the persuasive speech. Take into account all the other lessons that you've learned, you know, about your audience, about technology, about the outline, about uploading, about lighting and recording issues and all of that kind of stuff. About how to cite your sources. Remember, you got to cite 3 sources. You need to say the author, the title, and the date for all 3 of those sources. And then you need to put your works cited entry in MLA format. What you say out loud needs to also be what's written on the outline. So I need to hear 3, or see and hear 3 combination of things. Saying it out loud during your speech. Same thing written in your outline in the body of the speech, not in the introduction, not in the conclusion, not before you start speaking, not after you stop speaking. In the body of the speech where you used information from that source. You need to cite those sources there. That needs to be written in the outline, and it needs to have a matching works cited entry that is in MLA format. If you're scratching your head, I don't know what MLA format is, Google it. Go to OWL, Purdue, Noodle Tools, go to Citation Machine, Google MLA format if you don't know how to do something, okay? Or ask me. I can help you out. Me, Google, the library, your friends, your classmates. But don't just guess at it, all right? Because you're losing points and it's unnecessary. You've got all the information. You have the entire history of the entire world is at your fingertips via your cell phones, via your smartphones. Use it. Use that information. Don't just think, I don't know how to do this, then there's no way I could possibly ever figure out. There's no resources for me. There are tons of resources for you. You can do this, all right? Let's finish this course strong. I'm excited to see what you guys have, and I will see you soon. All right, take care.